So I'm here with Adam from Cold Crush. Now, Adam, aka Tarns, mate, you have been spraying walls since the late 80s, been a graffiti artist, and you're one of Adelaide's most prominent graffiti artists. I suppose, how has your style changed from when you started to kind of where you're at the moment?
I suppose when I started it was pretty simple, pretty crude. I started doing wild style kind of stuff in about 93, and I've continually tried to push that, develop that.
Yep. So what's wild style?
Wild style is when it's pretty complex, hard to read. But I've sort of stuck with that, but sort of refined it a bit. So it's, I think it's now more semi-wild. It's a bit more legible, but all the techniques kind of disguise the lettering a bit. But yeah, man, I just like to keep pushing forward with it, keep moving forward with my art.
Cool. And how did you get into it? I mean, I've always kind of wanted to be a street artist, but unfortunately probably don't have the talent or the nerve to be going out there at night. So like, what kind of got you into it?
It's actually the first day of high school, sat next to a guy who was into graffiti, Twisted. Actually, he gave me my first ever tag, which was Chase. Didn't last long, that one, before I became Ad Rock. But yeah, that was about 87, and I was always into art, not really into sport, footy, etc. So I sort of gravitated towards it. I think I just liked the mysterious nature of it all.
And now, how long have you had the store here on Unley Road?
About 3.5 years I've been here now. Yeah, so it's pretty well established.
Yeah. And why did you open up? Like, what's the inspiration, I suppose, behind the store?
I've always been in retail, so I suppose I kind of knew how to run a shop.
Yeah.
It was all sort of ingrained from, for the last 10 or 15 years I've been in retail. I really wanted to bring the sort of gallery space into it so we could have a platform for my art, my friends' art, and all the young emerging artists who don't really have anywhere to exhibit in Adelaide.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, great. So for the people who haven't been to Cold Crush, kind of what's in the store? Why would people come here?
Basically, predominantly it's the paint, art supplies, and then I suppose the clothing, the street apparel, records, music, CDs, a lot of second-hand records people come here for. And also it's a good contact point when people want some artwork done, some street art, graffiti art styles. They can sort of come to me and ask me, and I'll source the right artist for that job. So it's working pretty well. Yeah. Great.
And how often do you have like art exhibitions here?
We try to do them every month or two. Had Rhyme MSK originally from New York. Arrow is a really famous British English artist, graffiti artist. Who else had Does from Love Letters from the Netherlands. He displayed some work here.
Awesome. Now, mate, let's talk about this paint. I have always wanted to get into stenciling. Where would I start? I mean, there's obviously a lot here, and I'm looking at this and going, I have no idea what any of this is about. Can you talk me through kind of what to start off with, what to look for in a paint?
Basically, I think if you want to start out doing stencils or anything sort of aerosol art related, it's good to start with a low pressure paint, a thick paint. Just a bit more easy to handle than the high pressure cans that are sort of designed for quick execution. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us today, mate. If anyone wants to come down, we're at Cold Crush here at 109 Unley Road in Unley, and there's lots to check out. So come down and see what it's all about.